Hi, I'm here to start a ranking of my top 30 favorite My Little Pony characters. And when it comes to My Little Pony, I am a fan of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and My Little Pony Equestria Girls. And I decided to go for a top 30 rather than a full ranking of all the really prominent characters. There are so many characters in My Little Pony. If I ranked all the supporting characters, all the villains, all the characters that had a prominent role in at least one episode, in addition to the main characters, I think that there would be over 100 characters to rank. And it could be fun to rank that many characters, but I also think it would lead to a lot of placements where I wouldn't have a lot to say. And I feel like there would be not too much of a difference between certain rankings. I feel like my 80th favorite character I would feel similarly about to my 60th favorite character. I feel like there'd be a lot of characters where I wouldn't have much to say other than I think this character is decent, not one of the best characters, but a nice enough character, and I feel like that wouldn't be very interesting. But there are enough characters in My Little Pony that I really care about for a top 30, and I think that's really impressive. And there are characters that aren't in the top 30 that I do like. So if there is a character that seems to be missing from the top 30 that you might expect to be there, it doesn't necessarily mean I dislike the character, but uh, the most likely case is that it's a character that doesn't quite stand out the most to me, doesn't leave the biggest impression, but doesn't mean that the character is bad. In 30th place is a character that I think would be a lot higher in a lot of fans' rankings because number 30 is a character that's in a lot of episodes. Number 30 is Spike. And I do like Spike. I think that he is often funny. I think he often brings some good comedy relief. I think that he and Twilight Sparkle get along really well. I feel like they have a very heartwarming dynamic. Spike isn't a character that I think about the most often. I feel like he's a character that kind of feels like a main character sometimes, other times feels like a supporting character that's somewhat in the background. I feel like there's not a lot of episodes where he's one of the big standouts overall, but there are definitely enough good Spike moments and definitely enough good qualities that I felt like he deserved to be in the ranking. I do think he's a good character, but not quite to the level of a top 20. Number 29, I think, is going to be a big hot take. I think that my number 29 would be in a lot of people's top 5 as well as top 3. My number 29 is Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash is my least favorite of the main ponies. I do still like her. Uh, she is a character that has some really cool moments. She has some fun moments. She's had some good character development where she's learned to be less selfish. But out of the main characters, I feel like she still has had the largest amount of unlikable moments and a largest amount of moments where I'm not the biggest fan of what she's doing. And I feel like out of the main ponies, she's the least uh, kind of the friends. I definitely still like her. There are moments where she really shines, and there are moments where she's one of the better characters. Um, but overall, I do think she is the least appealing of the main ponies. Number 28 is Mrs. Cake. A really likable character, um, very caring and thoughtful to Pinkie Pie. Just a very consistently sweet character to have around. 27 is a character I think a lot of people would have a lot higher. Princess Luna. Princess Luna does have a lot of cool moments, and the moments where her personality gets to shine and she gets to be a little socially awkward are really interesting. I feel like she is often a little bit more in the background, though, doesn't get a whole lot of development and time to shine. I feel like if she got some more moments for character development, stuff like that, I feel like she could be higher, but I definitely still like the character. In 26th place is Princess Cadence. She has one of my favorite designs in My Little Pony. She has a really likable personality. I really like her dynamic with Twilight Sparkle. She doesn't have the most exciting character stuff to do, but she is a really charming character to see. In 25th place is Adagio Dazzle. A really cool lead villain for Rainbow Rocks. She has a intimidating presence. The other two Dazzlings are decently entertaining enough. I feel like it's Adagio that really stands out and really gets a lot to do. In 24th place is a character that I think is really underrated. Flash Century. He seems to be one of the least popular characters in My Little Pony, but I think he's a nice, likable character, and I like that he doesn't take up too much time in the Equestria Girls films. He's just a nice supporting character to see once in a while, and I feel like he's a lot of fun when he does show up. I feel like he could use a little bit more character development and stuff like that, but I do really enjoy the character, and I really don't think he's that bad of a character. In 23rd place, the Storm King, the big villain of My Little Pony, the movie. He's a lot of fun. He has a really intimidating presence. I feel like he really elevates the entertainment value of the film. I really do enjoy him. In 22nd place is Filthy Rich. A fun supporting character in Friendship is Magic. What really has left a memorable impression for me when it comes to Filthy Rich is his role in Legend of Everfree. Unfortunately, he's not in the film very much, but when he is, he's a really entertaining antagonist. Arguably the most entertaining character in the film. I really enjoy him in that. In 21st place is a character that I think a lot of people would have much higher, but definitely a really good character. In 21st place is Applejack. Applejack is really likable, really responsible. I really admire her. She has a very heartwarming dynamic with her family. I feel like what holds Applejack back from being the top 20 is that she's often the least exciting of the main ponies, because she's a really nice character to have around, but she is rarely a character that really takes up the spotlight and really pops out. But I definitely like her a lot. And you can let me know what you think of the rankings so far.